You don't have to do this every day, it's okay. I couldn't take the 6 hours in makeup. Um, it's been a lovely day today. It's been very warm for the 1st of September. Well, it is the 1st of September. I don't mean it's unusually warm or whatever for that day. Not at all. It's just been a very pleasant day. Good temperature. And I got harassed by a bee, and that is the story that I was going to tell. I was going to tell that story for a long time, but it's so tedious that I can't bear. I've tried to tell it a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, and it just becomes boring and not. You see, when a bee stings you, it kills itself. It dies. It's not like a wasp. A wasp can sting you and withdraw the sting, and sting you again. And they will if you really piss them off. But bees sting you once. They've got barbs on their sting, and the sting actually pulls their insides out. It's quite nasty. And they don't want to sting you really, but they will do, of course, for the hive, for the good of the hive. That's their job, or one of their jobs. And they probably have bees that look for trouble, most likely, or they've got them just for about everything else. There's a special bee that makes the wax for the comb. That's fantastic. I don't keep bees, but I find them quite fascinating. And a friend keeps them here to harvest the heather while it's in flower, which is just coming to its end now. And it's been a pretty good year, I think. It's been quite wet at times, but when the heather's been in flower, it's stayed quite good. The bees, they don't work when it's raining, but mostly it's kept fair weather. So they've been, very busy. And while they're busy, they don't really bother you. That's really good. They don't bother you anyway, but if you piss them off, then they do bother you. You don't want to do that. And where I'm actually digging, it kind of does piss them off. It's not that close, but there's something about that. I don't know whether it's the flight path or what it is, or the action of what I'm doing, or that I really don't smell too good. That could be it as well. Or anyway, I've run out of really good ones. I'm just going to make a few up there, but I won't do that. So it's probably like the fact that I'm too close for comfort, really, and doing something that they don't like. Could be digging my way into the hive, for all they know. So it was getting quite late, sort of 5 o'clock-ish. That's not that late, but for a bee who's been hard at it for probably a good 10 hours, that's enough. So one came towards me, buzzing really angrily, and headbutted me in the head. Now I don't know whether it was a headbutt, but I can kind of just imagine it was, or maybe he's like them do in the cartoons where they come in and then they put their tail out and sting you. Maybe they really do that. And maybe this one came and tried to sting me, but it didn't. And I don't think it did, because I think it would have stung me if it wanted to. Because I was just stood there, very easy target, and it, from what I understood, just wanted me to buzz off. So I did. I just thought, well, that's it, and I'll go in the kind of, you know, if it was chasing me, I outrun it. But I'll never know whether it was. But I have had them chasing me. In fact, when they first came, when the first 2 or 3 days, they are actually a bit agitated, because they suddenly they wake up and off they go to work, and me, everything's, wow, we just, you know, what the, they've just been beamed into another realm. So they have to adjust, and it must take quite a lot of your energy to do that, or your you know, your processes. So and again, I was just kind of minding my own business, but wasn't thinking of where I was and in regards to where they were flying. And one did actually hit me, and I wondered what was that. Maybe just, and then it came back and stung me. So if it was the same one, I think it was. And so I thought, shit. And then there were more, and I think it's that that I think it's that if they certainly release some kind of chemical when they sting, and that is a signal to attack. So you've got to get you know, you've got to get out of there. I mean, just all bees will read that signal. I'm sure it's just not that hive. I'm sure that all bees will get that. And when you've got 25 hives just within a few yards of you, I mean, you really want to get out of there. Show them that you mean no harm, because they don't want to sting you. They don't, because they die, of course. So that's what I did. I just ran as quick as I could and got out of there. But so I didn't want that. You know, I think I've been stung every year, and that they've been here, and that's 4 years now. Is it 4 or 5? I don't know. But I'm always like pushing my luck, and I know I shouldn't do it. Anyway, the honey is very nice. I always get some jars of honey. It's very generous, and it's just a hobby. He doesn't make a living, but he says the hobby pays for itself. Well, you know, he enjoys it, and it does lots of good. And honey is a very good source of sugar if you need sugar. I don't eat any sugar at all, but honey is a good one, because as long as you only have small amounts, it does actually release more slowly than white, pure, refined white sugar, which is white death. But any refined sugar is very bad for you. But anyway, bees do a lot of good, of course, and that's why I like them here, because I like Dave. I think he's a great fella, and he's very welcome to come with his bees every year. And there is a hive or two that stay, and they've been here for a while now, and they do very well. And it's all wildflower honey. There's no there's no arable crops of oilseed rape, or I can't think of anything else really that the bees would grow. Oh, there's flax, and there's lucerne, and I don't know what that sort of honey would be like, but around here, because it's just a mixture of all sorts of things that come into flower, the honey is quite regarded as quite special, I think, and it is. Wildflower honey it's one of the best. I think it's quite a runny honey, but then it depends on what prominence the flowers. I think I'll stop this now because I've just gone into bees too much.